Hi there, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Monday morning, a brand new work week for you. An interesting morning. There's not a lot going on. Now, one thing Futurecast is not showing, there are a couple of spotty showers just southeast of the Local 4 viewing area, down from around Concordia, Kansas to right in here, basically in northeastern Kansas. We've got a front right here. Bit of a gusty south wind out ahead of it. Most of us have lighter winds this morning. Most everybody else is clear this morning other than this little bit of activity that's over northeast Kansas. So it's a very mild start to the day. Places like Beatrice and Hebron and Concordia, Kansas, Falls City are in the 60s this morning, while the rest of us are in the 30s and 40s. So much chillier north of that boundary. It's a sharp contrast. That front's going to be lifting northward into more of our area today, which will usher in a nice warm-up for today. So let's check out Futurecast here, and you can see most of us developing a southerly wind. That front kind of right in here later in the day up in northern Nebraska, but the wind's a little lighter in here, so it'll be warm, but not as warm as it will be here, where the winds will be stronger today in these locations here. A lot of sunshine for most of us, very few clouds around. As we get into tonight, that front up here will start to kind of drift back to the southeast just a little bit, and it should kind of situate itself from the southwest part of the state to the northeast part of the state, right in there, even a little area of low pressure right in the McCook area. South wind staying a little bit breezy. It's going to be a very mild night tonight, where we could see some, including maybe Hastings, see a record warm low temperature for tonight if we stay above 59 degrees. North of that boundary, cooler conditions with a lighter northerly wind. Starting off mostly clear tomorrow, a couple of clouds around. We'll see a bit of an increase in clouds as the day goes on, and that front's just going to be kind of hanging out here over the next several days to come. Tuesday, and at the end of the day, Tuesday, that front's going to be about right here, from about the Tri-Cities to just north of Omaha. And by the end of the afternoon, a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms. That chance will actually pick up a little bit Tuesday night, and especially late Tuesday night into early on Wednesday morning. And in fact, we may even see a stronger storm or two out there. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has not highlighted any of our area with any kind of a severe weather threat yet for severe weather Tuesday night and on Wednesday morning. That said, I would not rule out a stronger storm out there with some hail and wind as we get through the late night hours and early on Wednesday morning. We'll keep more chances of rain and thunderstorms going with this front kind of staying in the area Wednesday night, and even into Thursday before it finally comes through late Thursday into Thursday night. So highs today, we will see temperature surge as that front lifts northward today. We're going to see a nice little surge of warm temperatures today, getting into the 70s and 80s. So mid to upper 70s, low to mid 80s, maybe even upper 80s in the south. That could be pushing us to near record high territory right in here. This will be shy of records in the Tri-Cities. Our record is between 88 and 90 degrees for the three Tri-Cities. Probably not going to set a record today there. Very mild night tonight. Lows in the 50s and 60s southeast of that boundary. Cooler 40s to the northwest with the chillier 30s in the panhandle of Nebraska. 61, the record warm minimum temperature for Hastings is 59. So there is a chance that record could be broken tomorrow. We'll see. It's got to stay above that for that entire 24-hour period. Highs on Tuesday, 70s. So it's going to be cooler, but still mild for this time of the year. But again, you see the front. Cooler temperatures in the upper 50s and low to mid 60s north of the front. So not super cold, but cooler here compared to the milder temperatures in the south. The clouds are the main reason the south won't be pushing all those 80s like they do today. Tomorrow night, again, you see the range in temperatures with that front still kind of hanging around in this general vicinity here. 50s and low 60s out ahead of it. Cooler 40s and 30s north and west of that front. Highs on Wednesday, 60s and 70s again. It actually does warm up a little bit here to the north. Looking well to the north up here behind the logo, that's where the really colder air is. And that's going to start to approach Thursday night, and then by the end of the week, we'll all be feeling much chillier here. So let's take a look at that long-range forecast. Again, very warm today, lots of sun, a little bit of a breeze. Breezier tomorrow, a few more clouds around, especially in the afternoon. And then a chance of an afternoon shower storm, a little bit better chance later tomorrow night and a Wednesday. Wednesday during the day is just a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms, so we should get back into the 70s. Wednesday night, that chance might pick up a little bit late Wednesday night into Thursday. As the cold front makes its push through Thursday, that's maybe bringing us a better chance of rain and thunderstorms. And behind that front, we are much cooler between systems on Friday. We've got a couple of systems. A few models are actually lingering around some precipitation in Friday, so a lot of it will depend on how quickly that front moves through. But Friday could be much chillier, and then here comes the next system along with a bigger push of colder air this weekend. There still are some model discrepancies with how cold we get on over the weekend. Some models are still keeping some milder temperatures around where it could stay in the 40s, and some are colder, especially to the north and northwest, and that would determine the types of precipitation we see. The Tri-Cities is probably going to be playing middle ground. I think Saturday probably more rain than anything, with snow staying to the northwest, but then maybe that mix or snow moving southeastward closer to the Tri-Cities by Sunday. But again, there's a lot of iffiness right now to if we'll see much out of this or not. It doesn't look like a major winter weather system, but enough to at least put down some accumulating snow in northern and northwestern areas. May we see some in the Tri-Cities? Maybe, but that's a little more iffy right now. Long range after that system, it's not going to warm up a whole lot early next week. As we wrap up October and move into early November, temperatures staying in the 40s, that means a chilly Halloween on the way. But like I said, I don't think we're encountering a major winter weather system. Let's take a look at a couple of forecast models. And I'll tell you right now, the European model is a little bit warmer with this system coming up the end of this week, or this weekend, I should say, than the GFS is. So let's start with the European model. Again, we've got a lot going on these next couple of days, but not so much today. We'll get lots of sunshine. Then tomorrow, there it is tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. There's the chance of showers and storms, especially over southeastern areas. We'll keep that chance going Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Wednesday itself, I think most of us will see dry weather much of the day. But then here comes that next round Wednesday night into Thursday. And this model's a little less aggressive, but still does keep some around. Later Thursday into Friday morning, this model's actually keeping some moisture around and doesn't clear things out until the day on Friday. So Friday now we're kind of between systems. We're looking at a colder day Friday now. The cold front is now well to our south. A chillier day on Friday. Then here comes the next system with even colder air going into the weekend. Notice all the snow to our northwest. We get in on the rain Saturday. Most of the snow staying up north. But then it tries to push a little farther south Saturday night into Sunday morning. And again, still most of the snow, though, is in the north and west part of the area, but we may mix in a little bit of that here in the Tri-Cities, and then the system kind of starts to move on out heading into early next week. We're just left with quiet and kind of chilly conditions heading into early next week. The GFS model, on the other hand, a little more aggressive. I'm going to go fast through this just due to time constraints here, but you can see here's kind of the wet weather Wednesday into Thursday, maybe a break on Friday there, and then here comes the weekend weather, and this one's pushing the colder air in a little bit more this weekend, which will push the snow a little farther southeast. Not a major winter storm, but enough to maybe accumulate. So again, kind of stay tuned to the forecast right now because still a lot of questions when it comes to this weekend's forecast. Well, I'm all out of time, so I got to wrap it up for today, but I want to thank you all for watching this forecast, and I'll be back with you on Tuesday. And as we get further in the week, we'll start to get a better idea of how the weekend will play out. Thank you all for watching. We'll talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye.